I love their music. I love the way they sound. I love the way they look. I love the way they all know how to play each other's instruments. I think that's brilliant.
Did you get the band name Vegas Nerve?
Well, I kind of thought maybe it was you'd have to have a nerve to go to Vegas.
I love it. And so what's different about this band compared to other bands?
Well, for me, it's just that they sing all the songs that I love, and I can kind of just get into the groove and sing along and really enjoy the selection of music.
I love it. They're so versatile. And I love that from the very first Maroubra performance, you've just come such a long way. It's just wonderful to listen to. I really just get a thrill. To tell the truth, I thought it was Vegas Verve. I thought, yeah, that's interesting. And Nerve, no, I didn't. But I like it. Vegas Nerve, yeah, it's good. And I've never seen bands swap instruments like you do. You're inspirational. It's wonderful. We just have such fun listening to it. It's true, it's very hard to play and sing and do anything twice, multitask. No, it's great. And you have to be versatile now because keep live music alive. You just got to be versatile. And you guys are.
I just come from the Vegas Nerve performance and it was amazing. They're so versatile. There were so many different ranges of songs, from Adele to rock to some funk. People were up dancing. It was just such a fun performance, such a fun night. I felt like you got to see them play different instruments through the night, which was, amazing that they're all so talented. There's such a big age difference and demographic difference in the group, so I felt like everyone in the audience really could resonate with all the different members, and I felt like there were just different songs being played, and in different styles. I really feel like they're a really different kind of band, but just so much fun. I found out tonight, and I've seen Vegas Nerve, this is twice now, that it's the endorphin rush you get when you listen to music. And I just love that they've called it that, because that's how you feel when you listen to them. I felt really moved by Lila. It was, and that's a song you composed, isn't it? I just think you're amazing, Sam. The song really moved me, and I felt like it was so professionally produced, and the words really touched me. And I like how you said it's a nice balance to what you guys are. So you integrated original pieces that really resonated with the crowd with just good old songs that everyone knows. So people were definitely toe tapping to your song.
Well, what I love about the band is that I actually want to have them at a party because they've just got a lovely feel. I love the way that they kind of swap instruments, that they're fun. I think all of the artists bring something different to the band, so that there's a feeling sometimes of real simpatico or some fun or something that feels very original. And of course it's lively, that's why I would like to have them at a party. It is the longest nerve in the body and connects sort of something to do with the gut and the brain. That kind of relationship between breath and gut and mind. Those songs, those kind of real kind of rock classics and originals, and I love it.
I love the energy. I love the combination of female and male talents, and I like the instrumentation, the arrangements, and the great songs. You've got a lot of musical experience and skills, and you've got a diverse instrument setup. So, and you've got Malcolm on vocals, who's amazing. But he needs to dress up like Boy George. He needs to do something about that outfit. If you really want to hurt me. I had a good rhythm. The mix was really good for that. The backing vocals were awesome on that. And the lead vocals was fantastic. She's got a real talent. It's a great name, very original. I had to look it up in Google, but I understand the physical side of it. It's the nerve that drives that pleasure thing, and you explain it really well on stage, how it's that feeling that you get when you're playing in a band and there's nothing else that beats. The only thing that matches it is surfing. Only a surfer knows the feeling, only a musician knows what Vegas Nerve really does.
The thing that I love about Vegas Nerve is it's just a big experiment. So it's this, a bunch of people who have come from completely random, different backgrounds, not necessarily deeply steeped in music or anything like that, but with a bit of persistence and dedication, practice. God, who knew that practice would actually make a difference? That opportunity just to keep playing together is a joy. So I play the piano and I sing a bit, and the recorder God bless, the recorder and the bass and the double bass. The vagus nerve is one of the longest cranial nerves in the body, and it wanders. So it comes from the word vagabond, or vagus is from the same root as vagabond, which is that kind of wandering nerve throughout your body, and it's responsible for all sorts of awesome stuff in your body, like wellness and reducing inflammation and all sorts of stuff. But it also just gives you joy. So it seemed like the perfect name for just an experiment that's about bringing joy.
I started off a year ago, and I didn't really know what to expect, and I've made some fabulous new friends. That's definitely the best bit about playing in the band. I'm actually a guitarist primarily, and the drums is a relatively new thing. I think I'm just playing drums because no one else wants to. But drums, I play drums in the band. Yeah, Daryl, he's like a firework, isn't he? He's just like a ball of energy. I've never met anyone like him, and he's the reason why we're all here, and he's the glue that holds us all together. So yeah, he's definitely the defining factor in Vagus Nerve. It's just a feeling, a good feeling, and I think to me, like that kind of feeling only comes from playing music and listening to music.
The diversity, the camaraderie, the fun, and I just love playing music. I haven't played in another group for a long time, but I play with my friend Neil, and we complement each other pretty well. But I think it's a lot more disciplined with Daryl, giving us, his tutorage, and basically, I think he brings us all together and makes us nice and tight, and of course, gives us new arrangements. There's new songs coming through, so it's all pretty exciting stuff. Yeah, I mean, my sort of music is more of the older type of stuff, but there's some new stuff that we sing with Tara, which is also great. I think the fact that we all play different instruments is certainly interesting. Like you see most groups and they just stay with the one instrument. We all swap around. I don't at the moment, but I will be, as I'm also aspiring to play piano. So the harmonies, I think, got a lot of potential. From folky type stuff to sort of out and out rock type things. It's interesting. I felt the Vagus Nerve name was really good, and as soon as I found out what it actually was, I thought it was perfect. So that's why we went for it. What it means for me is quite a bit of stress, because I've got to change from one sort of a rhythm part to a lead part, and it's quite a diversified song. I actually like the tune very much, and I think it presents a lot of variety.
What do I love about Vagus Nerve? It gives me the opportunity to play music with adults, and I love to see how people grow as musicians. It's what I do. I'm a teacher, and to see people develop their skills and become musicians is very rewarding from a teacher's point of view. Mostly the bands I've played in have actually spent many years of their lives perfecting their craft, and they've joined bands. They've been, semi-professional musicians, shall we say. Vagus Nerve, just people who love their music and are developing their skills as they go along, so that's how it's really different. We're amateurs. We're looking for a professional goal, and that's with the attitude that they've got, we'll get there. Well, I think that Samantha brought the song to me, and I am a producer, which means I change I play around with it until we get something that everybody would like to have a go at and would like to hear. And it's developed from a little tune and some words into a monster song that we can play as a band, and it will develop even further. I think it's a great tune. You can dance to it, and it's got a mystery overtones about what it's about, and people can read into it what they like. Well, it means a lot to me, because I don't do things by halves, and when people want to do something, then I'll jump in and really push it as much as I possibly can. which is just the way I am. And because I don't want to do it, it's got to be great. It's not just something where you get up and have a go and, gee, oh, that was good. Oh, no, we're developing, and we've got to get better and better and better, and that's good. And if we can do it in a way that everybody enjoys it, which is the hard part, of course, because to be good at anything, you have to have discipline, and that's a toughie for most people. They want it, and they want it now. But if you've got to be good at your craft, there's no getting around it. You just got to keep hitting the ball over the net until you get an ace every time, you know. Same with music. And to help people with that ability to be able to do that is a great honour, and it's a great challenge to try and get in the minds of musicians, of people in the band who are developing their skills, to see how we can take it to the next step without finding things too tricky. Yeah, it's a journey for me as well as for them. Well, it's a bit clinical. It's sort of, part of the body, isn't it, really? I did look it up once, but I couldn't, there's a lot on Wikipedia to read all that, what it does. I mean, who cares? I think vagus nerve is an interesting name because Las Vegas, place of dreams, and risk. Who knows what's going to happen in Vegas? It's a bit different to Boise or whatever, somewhere in Montana. And then you got the nerve. Oh, yeah, vagus nerve. So to me, it sounds like it's people who want to have a shot. And we're definitely doing that.
Gold.
Was that good? Yeah. Fantastic. All right.
It's just great to see everybody learn a song from scratch, a song that they've never even heard before. And then 6 weeks later, they just can play it in complete, full perfection. So it's really good to be involved in that and to see that happen over the weeks. Yeah. I think because we all have our own different backgrounds, they're all very different from different generations or from different careers, or we have our own family situations happening, and that we all just come together and bring all our different tastes in music together as well. Basically, it makes you feel good, Nerve, and that's what we're all about, feeling good, playing music and seeing other people enjoy our music. I sing in the band, I don't play any instruments, so for me it's about bringing songs that I love and being able to sing them in my key and not try to be Amy Winehouse or Alicia Keys, but for musicians to be able to tailor the song to me and my voice is amazing as well. So. One of my wish lists was to learn to play the piano, so I didn't want to do grades or exams, I just wanted to be able to play piano Alicia Keys, because that's what I loved. Not that I could go straight in and go straight to Alicia Keys, but I just wanted to be able to play songs that I loved. So first thing I googled was piano for fun, and the website comes up, pianoforfun.com, in Coogee, where I live. So I was like, perfect. So I rang Daryl, and he said, come in on Thursday and we'll see where you go. So basically just booked lessons with him. And then after about a year or 2 years of playing the piano quite badly, according to Daryl, so I sang to him, and he said, oh, you can sing. Okay, let's forget the piano. I'm going to be singing with you. So we basically began like a repertoire of songs I could sing, and he'd play the piano in my key and that kind of thing. And then he asked me with the band, and I was like, yeah. So that's the story behind me singing and my piano lessons that are no more.
So I have never been in a band before. At school, the boys could all be in rock and roll bands. We had to be in the orchestra. I knew at the time it was so unjust. It's taken me, 30 years to figure out, actually, I could be in a band. And so I just love that feeling when everybody's humming. We're all playing our own little part, but it comes together and the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. So being in Vagus Nerve is like such a gift. It was sort of a midlife crisis averted. I couldn't afford the Porsche. So I thought, right, I'm going to get those musical roots back. I'm going to find someone who can nurture them. And then I found Daryl, and the band came together in the magical way that it did. What I think is different about us is that we span a number of generations. I'm also really big on the fact that there's 3 women and 3 men. It's a bit like the Brady Bunch. And out there in the world, there are so few female musos. I was at a gig in Manly on the weekend, an event, a food and wine event, and every band that came up on the 2 band stages, they were just young guys. And I'm thinking, okay, great, I'm happy to hear good young guys, but I want women and girls to be out there playing music. It's like so doable. So I really love that there's 3 women, 3 men, that we mix the ages. We all bring different skill sets. None of us are professionals except Daryl, musically speaking. And we all have, very crazy jobs. So one of us teaches mindfulness, the drummer is a school teacher. Tara's just come back from maternity leave and she's back at an engineering firm where she does marketing and communications. And so it's just such a mixture of people and ages, and I think that's what I like, and that we all swap instruments. That's part of the fun, that we just all get a go. And we couldn't do that if Daryl wasn't a musical genius. So, he holds the band together. He is the heart of the band. So Lila is a Sanskrit word that means, it basically means life, love, joy, the arising and the destruction of life. And so we don't really have a word for it in English, but it's that sense of that absolute magnificence and beauty that's available in every moment. And that those moments are then transitory. They come and they go. And we just have to be present to what's showing up right in front of us and love that. And there's this sort of a vibration, a hum, a joy that underpins every moment if we can just be present to it. And so Lila is a song about that. If you're into lyrics, great. A lot of people would just hopefully like the tune. I like the lyrics too. So being in Vagus Nerve, it's been such a revelation. It's just been such a magical period in my life, and long may it continue. I've never had the experience of being in a band before. And so they're a bunch of really special people, and we feel like we're just creating and experimenting and seeing what emerges, which is a really fun space to be in. Vagus Nerve, saying it out loud, it makes me laugh. We actually spell it incorrectly. The nurses and doctors out there think that we just can't spell. It's Vagus, but we thought people might go Vagus. How do you say that? And then we thought Vegas. That's cool. That's funky. People want to go to Vegas. And the vagus nerve is this massive wandering nerve that passes from the base of the brain past all the major organs. And what I love about the vagus nerve, and I run workshops on this in my mind training program, that if we breathe well, the diaphragm actually moves up and down and stimulates the vagus nerve, and that sends out the feel-good hormones, the endorphins. So all we need to do, apart from coming to a vagus nerve gig to feel good, is to breathe well, to breathe deeply and engage the diaphragm, and then we can chill, we relax, and the endorphins flood through our body to counteract all the stress and anxiety that most people are living through.